Scholars, what's goody? Listen, I'm doing a first thing for me at least. A couple episodes ago, Dante was able to do this by himself, and now it's my turn. Booked and busy as always. So Dante won't be joining me this episode. So you guys have the pleasure of just dealing with me. It's gonna be a little weird at times. I'm used to looking around when me and Dante are talking. I look at D about certain things. So since my attention is gonna be mainly into the camera, welcome to today's episode. I'm happy to be here. First and foremost, just to get it out the way, I won't make this episode entirely political. I know I go on my tangents at times. I know I go off the deep end and just continue to go about my shit. I'll speak on it a little, but I won't have the entire episode be about that. Marv will be chiming in from time to time. What's up, Marv?
What's up, bro?
so, I'll throw it to him at times when we have certain discussions. But first and foremost, I do want to say shout out to the people. Y'all on the Parkway causing traffic, but for me at least, the right reasons. They're protesting the GOP right now on the Parkway. In between exits, I think it was 150. It was in between exits 150 and 152. They were on the overpass. I'm not going to say exactly what the sign said because some things you shouldn't just say out loud or on camera. But shout out to them for getting their voices heard. Spreading the message of things that aren't really right in the world right now. You guys know how I feel about certain things, especially Mr. Orange Julius. Week by week is just something more ridiculous. I don't know if you guys are aware of what happened as far as the report that came out for unemployment. Unemployment is currently at like an all-time high, and his response to that wasn't like explaining why it is. His response to that was, let me fire the statistics guy that works for the White House who reports on that. Huh? Like, that's just crazy. But listen, we at this point in time, we know what's what. He he introduced a sports initiative group yesterday that's just made up of a few of his supporters and a few people that I didn't think was down with his shenanigans. But I did want to speak on that a little bit because I'm the type of person, like, I really don't understand the concept, or let's call it what it is, rock with a lot of people who think that the things that he puts in place is right. So when you kind of see people who you wouldn't consider to be fully like his typical supporters kind of side with some of the things that he do, politically they'll call these people centralists. I don't fully understand it. If we would have this discussion about a year or two ago, I would have told you straight up, nah, I can't deal with that. Stay away from me. But as things continue to progress, and you're talking to people, you're not fully shutting down conversations that you can have to try to get an idea of why people might feel that some of the stuff that he says is legit. You try to put yourself in a position to listen. Because if you're always just being deflective or saying like, oh, that's not my place and I don't like what you're saying, so I'm gonna just stay away from you, to me at least, you're kind of feeding into the problem. Things don't change if we can't at least have conversation about what's what and why you feel the way you feel. Naturally, I do feel like people need to take their feelings out of things that, shouldn't have feelings involved in them. Government is not about how you feel. Government about is what's right and how we can make sure that the people who are being governed are in a best place to succeed. At least that's what America was built on. Is that happening currently? You guys tell me. If you were to ask me my opinion on it, I would tell you no. I can prove that, but like I said, a lot of what's happening in the scope of the world today is strictly based off of how people feel and what they want out of the world, instead of accepting the fact that we're all different. Things might be things might always look different from how we want the worldview to look, but at the same time, we have to be mindful that we all still have the right to live peacefully and should have a place to achieve what we want out of this life, as long as we're not hurting by anyone and doing things to, you know, basically fuck with an entire group of a certain type of person. But that's what makes it hard for me at times to really accept what MAGA truly is. There's parts of it that I still don't rock with. I can understand it, but I'm like, bruh. Which leads me into my next topic, because one of the people that's on his new sports initiative board is Triple H. I don't know, Marv, if you saw that.
I did see that, and I've been waiting for your opinion on that.
So, listen, I think Triple H is doing it more of a loyalty thing. We spoke on this a little bit last episode, to where, you know, if you have somebody that you've been really cool with for a long time, even if they start to do egregious things, it's somewhat going to be hard for certain people to look past it. Now, granted, it's not hard for me. If you do something egregious and I really truly don't rock with it, I'm gonna leave you the hell alone. I don't care how long we've been friends. But the issue in itself too, especially with people who are in the world that Triple H is in, you know, we're talking millions upon billions of dollars. So since that's their group of people that they're now intertwined with, you know, and he was friends with Trump way before, because Trump used to be at the WWE events. He was a part of a storyline back in the day. You remember that, right?
Yeah, it was Stone Cold, right?
Yeah. And, you know, and then he had the whole shit when he had to cut his hair and all that crap. So there is some type of friendship there. And I think when it comes to people like Triple H or Lawrence Taylor, it's hard for them to separate the bad shit that their friend is doing from the loyalty that they typically would have with their friends. But to feed into it fully, I can't rock with. Like, I could, like I said to you, Marv, last episode, like I said to you guys, scholars, I have a couple of friends who full on think that the stuff that Trump is putting in front of the country is good. They know I don't fuck with it. They know I don't agree with it. If they weren't in my life prior to where they've put me in good positions throughout my life and have been there for me when I've been down a little bit, I wouldn't, cause it would be easier for me to like distance myself. But being that they were there for me at those times, I kind of give them, I don't want to say a pass, because I don't really give them a pass. I talk shit to them all the time about it. I don't hold my tongue. You guys know that. Like, there's been episodes where I've took almost 20, 30 minutes of the episode talking about this. But I don't want to call it giving them a pass, but at the same time, like, they get a pass, quote unquote, simply because I've known them prior to all this shit. And I'm trying to talk to them to understand why they would possibly feel the way that they feel, being that we do have similar experiences. Like, because mostly what we decide to side with, especially in politics, is strictly normally based off of our experiences. So if we're experiencing the same thing and I'm hanging out with you and you're seeing what I'm seeing, how the hell can you then side with that? So when it comes back down to Triple H, I don't get it. I try to understand it. I understand you've been friends with this guy for decades, but you can't look me in my face. And it's wild too, because let's call it what it is. I'm not going to use certain words because we're not going to try to get the program demonetized, but we know what this man Trump stands for. We know his actions. We know the things he's been found guilty of. We know all that. Look at Triple H on the other side. We know the things that he's doing for our people, how he's putting us in the place of like being successful. Just naturally, since he's taking over creative, for the WWE. The things he's put in place have been great, especially for black wrestlers, like women wrestlers. How he's putting them at the forefront and making sure that they're not being casted aside. So it's funny because this goes back to the day old conversation that a lot of people have too, Marv, to where it's like, can you be racist and be friends with the race that you're racist towards? Now, do I think Triple H is racist? No, I do not think Triple H is racist. But he clearly has racist friends.
Yeah, and probably always has.
Like, do you deny that?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't deny it. No.
And
I'm sure as a wrestler, he's probably have plenty of wrestler friends that have been racist.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people need to tell their racist friends when they're being racist, because since they just somewhat look past it, they'll really start to believe that they're not truly racist. And I'm going to call it what it is. I feel like that's an issue that a lot of white social groups have a lot of, because I've seen it personally to where I have a few white friends who are cool as hell. You could take them and put them in any environment. It's not going to be awkward. They're not going to do anything to rub people the wrong way. But they'll have really close friends and family who are like really fucking racist. And they'll just look past it and won't say anything. Like, oh, that's just how they are. Like, I remember a situation to where I was in middle school and I went to one of my white friends' like family functions. And they were telling me about an uncle of theirs that, you know, is racist. And I'm sitting there like, why the hell would you guys invite me then? And they're like, oh, it's not to the point where he's going to make you feel uncomfortable. How the hell am I supposed to be comfortable around somebody who don't like me because of my skin color? Like, I can't change that. So, and to have that happen in my youth, it was kind of like an eye-opening experience, because it's like, yo, they really just want you to be uncomfortable all the time. Like, some people really just want you to just like, all right, well, you'll be okay. As long as it's not killing you, you should just be fine with it. And I think that's the ideology they have. That's why they're trying to like ban certain teachings or not have the kids read certain books, because they clearly just want us to just be okay with what it is. To me, that's not acceptable. I said the last episode, do I think racism will die in our lifetime? Absolutely not. My hope is that generations past us won't have to deal with some of the shit we're dealing with. I'm not one of those people who use racism as a crutch to feel like that I can't go after the things that I want in life. But at the same time, I'm not blind to see that shit does affect some of the things that I have to go through to achieve what I want out of certain things. I remember like when I first got into my career, like the first company I was working with, let's say call it what it is. There was people around me who did not look like me, who I won't say that I did my job better than, but it was kind of at the same level. So at that point, if you guys are putting in the same effort and same type of work, then that falls, usually companies that didn't look like, okay, who's been here longer? I'm watching people, just because they didn't look like me, who I had been at the company longer, get pushed into better positions than I did. You ask me what the reason is behind that. I'm not going to make an excuse for it, because I still bust my ass to get to where I'm at right now. I didn't allow that to hold me back, but at the same time, I'm not going to act like race didn't potentially play a part into it. Call it what it is. And some people truly feel like they're not. Like, there's people who are blatant about it, Hulk Hogan. Like, there's people who are truly blatant about their shit, but there's some people who truly feel like they're not, and you literally just have to show them, because you might be in a position to help them and guide them so they can actually see the wrongs in what they're doing. And for those who just accept it, then fuck them. Like Dante said last episode, you stay over there. Push you to the side. I don't need to deal with you. If somebody show you where they stand at, then I'm fully okay with that. If you come to me and say I don't fucking like you because of how you look, I'm not going to put you in a position to do anything to hurt you, but I'm going to stay away from you. I'll accept that. Cool. Stay your ass over there. I'm not going to try to change your mind. We don't need to be friends. Like, I think that's the issue too. Some people think that, oh, everyone just needs to be in a big ass kumbaya circle. No. If you choose to feel the way you feel, cool. Just don't try to bring harm to my people. And we can be fine on that. That's how I see things. But that's the problem in itself, because most of the time when people feel that way, they're not just staying in their circle and minding their business. They want to implement how they feel on everyone, and they want the world to operate the way they see fit. That's how you end up getting Hitlers or Trumps. That's how they're born. And they'll then try to fucking gaslight you to make you feel like what you're feeling and what you're seeing isn't real. It's crazy. Like, there's an advertisement right now that keeps popping up on Twitter from fucking Israel saying that what's happening in Gaza is fake news. These videos are coming straight from there. You can tell that this shit is happening. What's fake about it? Like, seriously, I'm thoroughly confused. So every time I see that ad, I report it. Every time I see that ad, I report it. Like, don't insult my intelligence. We can see this shit. There's video of it. HD, 4K. Like, this shit is crazy. But like I said, overall, I think people like Triple H just fall into a mistake of saying, oh, these are my friends, so I'm supporting them no matter what. You can't do that all the time.
You think he's going to get booed at the next appearance?
What'd you say?
You think he's going to get booed like Hogan did at his next appearance?
If he pops out, there's a good chance of it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because, let's call it what it is. SummerSlam is in Jersey this weekend.
Yep.
That protest is happening on the Parkway for a reason, because that's the exit to get to MetLife.
Yeah.
They know Trump's going to be there, right?
At MetLife?
Yeah.
No way. I didn't know that.
He's going to be there. He shows up to those events like that.
I saw him at Mania. I didn't know he goes to like SummerSlams and other ones.
Look at it this way, right? Who owns the WWE now?
TKA?
TKO.
Like TKO, okay.
Trump's always at those UFC events, right?
Yeah.
Who owns them? TKO.
Yep.
I'm more than likely that protest was happening on the Parkway because he's probably here. I didn't look into it. I can't confirm that. But it would not shock me if Trump and him is there. And if he is, be prepared. Triple H is going to get booed.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be, oh, he's a heel and all that shit. No, that's just going to be genuine dislike. And, at this point, he earned that. You know who else is going to get booed a lot? And he's not going to understand it. He's going to think, because, it's football, Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. They're going to boo the shit out of him. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't know if these guys have publicists or whatever, but, to be at the high that he was at last year and to align himself with that is like, you're better off just being quiet. Stay out of it. Like.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, sometimes you don't have to show your hand. Like, sometimes you really just don't have to show your hand. And for them to choose, like, oh, we're showing it, when this shit ends, because it's going to be over soon, they're putting themselves in positions that people are just really not going to fuck with them. And it's going to be entirely their faults. Like, I'll see if they were in the twilight of their life, if they were, like, pushing 80 or 90 years old. Saquon's what, 30? I don't even think he's 30 yet. I think he's like 20, 28. You got a long time here, man. Like, you're not considering these things, man. And I don't think people realize that this is a momentarily thing. Even with the ideas and the ideal that MAGA has, nothing that they do is going to be beneficial long term. And they know that. That's why they're trying to squeeze as much as they can out of it now, because they know it's coming to an end. They know it's coming to an end. This is no different than any other fucking cult that happens. And there's going to be a point that those cults end. You can go do your research on that and whatever. But I want to talk on SummerSlam, but I'm not gonna lie. because of all the political ties that Triple H, TKO, all the shit they've been trying to push onto us, it's hard for me to full on focus on it. So I watch wrestling, but I haven't been watching as of late simply because of that. I'm being real. Like,
can I let you know something that happened last night? You probably already know.
Go ahead.
Cena turned face last night.
What?
For no reason. I think I can play you the clip because I think you need to see it because I think it's actually one of the worst face turns in the history of wrestling.
Oh yeah. Let me see this.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. Me, Steve, and Osei were watching it together.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yo.
It's essentially. Well, I'm gonna let you come to your own conclusion. Let me bring this up for you. You keep talking while I bring this up.
Okay, good. You gonna put it up here, right?
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen there.
Oh my God, it's the first. You guys are gonna get reaction in real time.
Yeah.
But I that sounds crazy to me because why would they do that now?
I don't know. Something's happening at over there. I don't know what's going on. So this is about 16 minutes. I'm gonna try to speed through it.
Okay. What if it's like a one-day thing? Like he turns face now and then he'll be healed tomorrow.
So let's speed ahead a little bit.
Hold up, were they in SmackDown was in Prudential last night?
Yeah.
For 25 years, day in and day out, I have forged a reputation off of hard work, honesty, and respect.
Okay.
So I'm gonna block the audio and the video from being in your podcast episode so that you don't get a copyright thing.
I got you.
5 months ago, I flushed it all down the toilet, chasing false glory
Like I said, y'all, this is the first. I'm watching this in real time.
to make shocking TV. And we did. We shocked the world. We made great TV, but then the dust settles. And then everybody goes back to their normal lives, and the people that were supposed to be on my team, they left. And they left me alone, trying to pretend to be something I'm not. I want to leave here with this. After my last match, I want to take this home with me.
I don't know. I'm feeling like
You liking it?
I am, but I'm feeling like it's a setup.
Well, that's what Steve said too. I don't know.
I feel because this was kind of the play when he originally turned. I feel like he's going to butter Cody up and then like flip.
So after I'm gone, you guys don't forget about me. I was so hung up on how you might see me tomorrow that I forgot to realize how stupid I am acting today. And y'all try to tell me, over and over again, you try to tell me, and I didn't listen. Cody,
Nah, this is a setup. Marv, it's a
You
setup.
think so? I don't know, bro. He's so close to the end of his career. Like, one last bomb drop, you think?
forced me to face it. You forced me into a fight.
Could be.
Not a match. A fight. Something that's gonna be brutal. Something that is gonna force me to dig down and be who I really am.
This could be another thing. So Cody caught a lot of heat because of that Hulk Hogan tribute.
Yeah.
So this can be like them trying to push some positivity back his way.
You could be right. It could be taking heat off of Triple H too.
Yeah.
Let me move it up a little bit. Yeah, they let go of Travis Scott too.
Yeah, that was a mistake anyway. Like, because even in how they played that at Mania, I didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense. Like,
So with what I heard is that Travis Scott just couldn't. They couldn't teach him how to wrestle. He just wasn't getting it.
he really hit Cody.
Yeah.
Like, I think he really punched that man's face.
And Cody was on Hot Ones and he talked about it.
Yeah.
And he said, why didn't he retaliate or say something about it? And he said he didn't want Travis Scott to leave because he brings a lot of attention to WWE.
Yeah.
But that's probably just it right there. They're just gonna walk away.
I mean, Cody got in better shape too. He looked a little bit more cut.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I feel like yes, it's storyline. We already know it's scripted, but I just feel like in watching that it could be one of two things. It could be like you said, Marv. He could literally be putting himself in a position because he's about to leave. He doesn't want to go out.
He's not gonna go out heel by no means.
Yeah, he don't want to go out full heel. But at the same time, he still has the whole rest of the year left. There could be a part of that literally is just a smoke screen. Or like a third thing that could be potential, right? So you're aware of all that shit, like how The Rock was supposed to really be a part of that.
Yeah, yeah,
But then him and Triple H started having like ego trips.
yeah.
So, like, because even how The Rock brought Cena into the fold, it didn't make sense for The Rock to just not be a part of any of it.
Yeah, I agree. I was
So-
disappointed that he wasn't at Mania.
Yeah, like that shit still doesn't make any sense to me. So this could be them literally just trying to push all that to the side so we can kind of like forget about it. But I know that they do a lot of shit for damage control as well. Like that Hulk Hogan shit was not received well at all. And then if you saw like the little clips of it, like when they brought the wrestlers out, some of them were on stage laughing and joking around and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I think they're trying to put themselves in a position that the fucking show and the audience doesn't completely go off the rails this weekend. Because there's a chance of that. And as much as they can post it to Peacock afterwards and try to edit the audio out, that live reaction is always going to be there. Like, I'm trying to remember what event it was last year to where I think they were in like Minnesota or something, and the crowd just wasn't into it at all. And it literally ruined the event. Like, the wrestling was good, but you couldn't get into it because if you're not getting a reaction out of the crowd, it kills it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's what they're trying to do. They need to do something. So, but do I think they should have done it now? No. Sometimes you gotta let shit play out. You can't always attempt to get ahead of everything. Sometimes some things in life you need to have a proper reaction to it and not like, oh, this might happen. Let's like try to prevent it. No, because in trying to prevent some shit, you might make it worse. Like you full on didn't like that.
I was not for it. No, not this early. Not right before their match.
Yeah.
After I think I would have accepted that better.
Yeah, it kind of took a little bit of steam away.
It did. It took it out. Yeah. And
Like-
this storyline has already had a lot of issues for the last couple months. So
Yeah.
it's,
I think that right. They got away from the bloodline thing too quick.
yeah, yeah.
Granted, that storyline lasted for 3 years, but it was popping for 3 years. It wasn't like bullshit. Every fucking piece they added to it made sense. Yes, Cody dethroned Roman. Cool. And then even when they had Roman going against fucking Solo, it still made sense. But they didn't have to get away from it as quickly as they did, and they just completely moved on from it. And I didn't understand that. I truly didn't understand that. Because if you want to be real, they can still add this to it because The Rock was coming back. The Rock was supposed to go head up with Roman. That should have happened.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That should have happened. After Cody won, they could have created the bloodline feud to where The Rock was mad, pissed that Roman lost because Roman wanted to be distracted by Seth. And they could have literally played off of that and somehow intertwined Cody and John into that. To step away from it completely the way they did it, they didn't even allow it to gradually go away. They legit just like, all right, we're done with it.
Yep. Yep.
So, like, you can't do that all the time. So that's a part into, like you said, the storyline's been all over the place. That plays into why I haven't been really as dialed in as I usually am. Like, I'm more into NXT now than I am the main roster. So, listen, hopefully SummerSlam is good this weekend. I'm still going to watch. It is a premium event, so I'm going to have to be dialed into it just to see how it goes. I'm supposed to be going to American Dream later. I hope it's not a fucking zoo there.
Oh wow, you're daring, bro.
I'm thinking about I was supposed to be taking Grace and my mother-in-law there, so I don't know. I might have to reconsider that. But
Yeah, just even parking over there is gonna be really bad.
Oh my guys, listen, the parking at American Dream actually comes in clutch sometimes because, listen, I'm putting it out there. I know I probably shouldn't, but they might not catch it. In the main parking lots at American Dream, when there's like events at MetLife, they'll charge you the parking price that MetLife is charging. But if you park in like the gold lot, it's still the regular pricing for the mall.
Ah.
So you heard it here. You heard it here. But yeah, man, just I hope it's good. They can't mess that product up, man. They got to just keep going forward with that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else is interesting right now in the world that could be talked on that's not all the way political?
The last couple of weeks have been very, very high political climate, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We've had a very high political climate the last couple of weeks.
Seriously, like, and I tell people that all the time, like, as political as I am, when I have my moments to try to step away from it, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally hard to because a lot of what's happening now in life is centered around it. And that's why I try to tell people all the time that even if you're not into politics, politics is always going to be into you. And I'm not going to pause that because I mean it in exactly the way that I'm saying it. Like, I mean it in that exact way. As much as you don't want to be into it, it's going to be into you, forcefully.
Did you get a chance to watch any either Superman or Fantastic Four?
There you go. Boom. So, I saw both.
And what do you think?
I love both of them, man. Like, now granted, I think Superman was a better movie than Fantastic Four. But for what Fantastic Four is meant to do now for the MCU, I didn't dislike it. I'm not going to act like it's the greatest movie in the world. But there were people online like trying to already discredit it. And I'm like, no, it wasn't a bad movie. Very enjoyable. I like that it wasn't like a full-on introduction film. Because I think these movie studios miss the mark on that when they try to do that every time they recreate something. We don't need to see that in full. We know these characters already. And if for the slim chance that the people who are watching it don't know these characters, the internet exists for a reason. Let them go look it up. It'll bring more lore to the movie to where now, if they watch it again, they can look for certain different angles of it that they didn't see the first time.
True.
Like, I'm big on that. Like, Grace always gets mad. Like, every 2 years, I'll rewatch The Wire.
Yeah, I do it too.
And I shit you not. Every time I rewatch it, I find something different. Like, the last season, episode 8, I didn't know Jim Jones was in that episode.
What? I've seen it like 5 times. I never saw Jim Jones.
That's my point. Fucking Marlo and fucking Chris are walking out of the bodega, and fucking Jim Jones is one of the henchmen.
Wow.
And she's like, bruh, no way you didn't see that before. I promise you, I've watched that show over at least 10 times now, and that was my first time noticing that.
Well, there's a lot of details that's on purpose that to look in the background that you can see. A lot of like messaging that he put in there. It's a very masterclass level of television, really.
Yo, I when people ask me what's the greatest show of all time, that has to be right there, man. The Wire is so fucking good.
Yeah.
That 4th season, oh my god.
Yeah, with the school kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could vividly remember the build up into that 4th season and me thinking like, damn, why are they introducing kids? And then to see how they did it, I'm like, oh, this is dope.
It's really dope. The intro song, that version of it,
That was
I
the
love
best
it.
one.
I listened to it like a regular radio song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
Yeah.
I hated the intro for the 5th season. I hated it.
It was like a rockabilly, something like that,
Yeah.
right? Or bluegrass, whatever that term is.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. Like, I feel like if they were going to do that, they should have went out with either the song from the 1st season or the 4th season.
Yeah.
Because they went into that 5th season knowing that was going to be the last. That's why they tied it up the way they did. So
Yeah.
and remember that was right off the heels of the writer's strike.
I thought it was like right in the beginning of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had just started happening, and it shows in the show. Like you could feel like something's off.
Yeah, because the last 2 episodes they literally just started jumbling everything together.
Yeah, they did.
So you can see, like literally that last episode, they sped through how everything ended.
Yeah.
Like so,
I don't like the way they did Marlo at the end.
it didn't make sense to me.
It didn't make any sense.
Now, like, I get it that, the street's never going to die in him, but still, like, I'm just going to become this businessman. Fuck out of here. That wasn't real.
No.
Like, they were better off either having him get killed or just locking him up forever.
Yeah. Just like a real life version of him would have happened to him anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only one, I feel like, and it's crazy, I feel like the character who had the best exit from that show was Slim.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he fought it. You're in that life so long as a soldier, and you're loyal to your core, and you always going to war for the cause you believe in, that you still get to a point to where you can't just not elevate naturally.
Yeah.
He was forced to become the CEO, especially because it was a lot of crookedness around him. And he put himself in a position that he was good because everyone trusted him because they know how he operates.
Yep.
So I feel like he had the best character arc, and he ended out on the best high amongst any of them. I didn't understand why fucking Daniels fought against the commissioner job so hard. That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I don't like the way they put him as the commissioner, and then it took it away so fast.
Yeah.
Too.
I hate the fact that, like, Kima ended up snitching on Jimmy and why am I forgetting the other what's the other detective name? One with the bow-legged walk.
I don't remember.
It's coming to me. I literally was just watching this yesterday.
Is it Harris?
Huh?
No, it's not Harris, right?
Nah.
No.
It's Jimmy, Kima, Bunk, and starts with an L.
Yeah, it's not coming to me.
You know what? I'm looking it up.
But he's that dude that also was on The Walking Dead, right? The actor? Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
A bunch of them were.
Yeah, they all transitioned to that show, yeah.
I think it's like some of the same
Writers?
Writers, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Who? Let's see right now. What's his name on the show? Where we at? Of course, when you looking, it's gonna push him all the way down to the bottom like he wasn't one of the main characters. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Lester.
There you go.
So when Kima snitched on them, like, my thing was that whole build up to where they weren't getting the money that they needed to actively go after Marlo and other shit that was happening in the neighborhood. Yeah, it was fucked up what Jimmy did, but if the outcome got you to a point where you succeeded in what you were trying to do, why would you tell? Like, I understand if they were doing something that was like crazy and it was trying to pin it on like an innocent person.
Nah, they picked a serial killer, so I think that was pretty justified to give them money for that.
And if you want to deem and define the term serial killer, Marlo is a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, he's a murderer for sure, at least.
Yeah. So listen, I didn't understand why she was so like, oh, I gotta tell. No, like, I didn't get that part. But yeah. But going back to your original question. See, I done got all the way. How the hell did I get from The Wire, from Superman and Fantastic Four?
That's crazy. Yeah.
But Superman was political.
I heard. I haven't seen it personally, but I've heard
So
the comments.
I'm not gonna fully dive into it. I want you to watch it, and
Yeah.
because once you see it, you will see exactly why I'm saying that. To a point to where the people that they're alluding to is boycotting the movie.
That's crazy.
It's wild. But
Yeah.
my thing was, because the people who are boycotting the movie are claiming that they're not doing what's being said in the movie. So why would you boycott it? Because they never flat out say a name.
That's what do they call that? That's I don't know, when you look guilty.
Yeah, that's literally admitting guilt.
Yeah.
So it was like, whatever. So Superman was really good, and I love the fact that they got right into it. We not, Clark grew up in Smallville. We're not doing none of that. We good. We getting right to the point.
That's what's up. Yeah. I
You
like
know
that
who
more.
Superman is. You know who Clark Kent is. You know who Lois Lane is. Why are we introducing these characters?
Yeah, yeah.
We get right into it.
Especially because we've seen Superman movies, you know, the last one, it was only 10 years ago. So
Yeah. Listen, that's what, real talk. That's why I like this new version of Robert Pattinson Batman. That's why I loved it so much.
I have some gripes with it, though. There's a lot of things I don't like about Robert Pattinson Batman.
Listen.
Yeah, I got some gripes with it. It's the bulletproofness for his suit. I just don't get it.
You know what I hate the most? Like, if I wanted to be nitpicky, because I love that movie.
I nitpick it a lot.
But you know what the one scene I hate the most?
Which one?
When they zoom in off of his back when he's moving the table in the mansion.
They zoom in on his back?
It's a small ass scene. It's no importance to the scene. But, you know, some people have problem gaining muscle. Batman's supposed to be big.
Oh, yeah, he's a small guy.
He's small as hell.
That's
So
another odd pick. I didn't really get the pick. Why? I didn't get why they went with that actor.
Listen, truth. I'll say this, Marv. I didn't understand it at first either, but I wasn't mad at it watching the movie. I feel like he did a good job.
I think he did a good job too. But
Yeah.
I there's so many points of that story where I'm like, I don't know why. Like, if you mind spoiling the movie on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, so they flood the city right at the end of the movie, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Catwoman's like, all right, I'm going to drive off and go somewhere else. How is she? Where's she going? It's flooded. How is she? Where's she going to go? So I guess the flooding wasn't that big of a deal then. If she still got road to ride her motorcycle on.
Remember, it only flooded downtown.
So then it wasn't that big of a deal then, I guess.
Nah, a lot of people died.
I don't know.
Did you watch The Penguin?
Yeah, I did.
So
I did.
they played.
I
they
saw what
kinda
happened
explained
there.
it.
It helped me realize how big it was. But when I was watching the movie, I just felt like the flooding was not that big of a deal. I didn't really get why it was a big deal. I don't know. There's other things too. I just don't get.
Yeah.
But I will say though, the lighting and the blurring, a lot of the techniques they use for filmmaking, I think that movie has some of the best filmmaking like techniques I've ever seen. But
Absolutely.
the story points just kind of bother me.
And truth be told, I didn't think when they announced that the Riddler was supposed to be the villain. I think I got so wrapped up in Jim Carrey's Riddler
Yeah.
that I was like, how they going to do this? And to make him as dark as they did was like, oh shit.
They picked a serial killer. Kinda.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, I like movies when you get sucked in so much you actually think that the main guy's about to lose.
Yeah.
I thought Batman was about to lose that whole movie.
It wouldn't have surprised me because they were making him look very inexperienced. Like he didn't break into that club. He just knocked on the front door.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, he's a ninja. He could just creep in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. He's young. He's still learning. Like he's only year 2.
I think like, and correct, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys are heavier into the comic aspect than I am. I think that they were trying to, not obviously since he's still Bruce Wayne, but I think they was trying to go after what's his name from Batman Beyond.
Beyond? I don't know if they had a character from Beyond in there.
What was his name? Terry?
Terry, the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry. He's the main character.
I think they were trying to take aspects of him.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
I never thought of that. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. Like, they couldn't full on say that that's the Batman version they were going after, but I think they tried to take aspects of him, being that you said Robert Pattinson's Batman his Bruce Wayne is supposed to be a little bit inexperienced and young.
And thinner, too. That would explain the look.
Yeah.
And why Alfred could kind of look like old Batman, old Bruce Wayne. Wow, that's cool. I never really thought about it like that.
Because the whole time I was watching it, especially, even with the graphics of the promo, that it was in red and black.
The red bat symbol. Oh, wow. That you kind of like changing my whole perspective on this movie.
See, that's why you got to talk these things out.
Yeah.
I legit thought it was going to be Batman Beyond. I thought that.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah.
Because he acts more like Terry than Bruce Wayne.
He does. Like, very gothic.
Yeah.
Like Bruce outside of Batman wasn't a loner. Like,
nah, he was a playboy.
This Batman's a loner.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around anybody.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, so that's what I got from it. But listen, first time by myself. How you feel like the episode went, Marv?
That was dope, bro. You got this, man.
I appreciate it. Listen, we'll be back soon. Season's still going strong. We got a couple more guests lined up for you guys. Me and Dante will be kicking it again soon. Shout out to D, shout out to Finn. I know they had the events this weekend. Congrats again on your engagement. Both of us get married soon. That's crazy. But listen, not gonna hold y'all any longer. Shout out to Marv for chiming in the episode with me today. Anything you guys say, Marv?
Nah, that's pretty much it, man. You guys are definitely my top 10 podcasts in my top 10s of people from Bravery.
I appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Ose were just talking about you guys this morning. Like, yo, they're solid dudes, both of them, bro, for sure.
I try not to get an even bigger head than I have, man. But nothing makes me feel better than to hear people say that, bro. Because like, it's not a act. Like, we just genuinely, naturally try to be who we are, and
it's entertaining. Like,
man.
It's cool.
When people say that, man, it feels
it's
good.
Cool.
Like, I had before I get up out of here, I'm not gonna make a long story out of it. One of my employees said that to me yesterday, and it fucked my head up. She was and this lady's 66 years old. Typically, when you manage people who are like way older than you, they kind of don't rock with you because they feel like they could be doing your job.
Yeah.
This lady looked me in my face yesterday and told me I'm the best boss she's ever had.
Wow.
And that shit fucked my head up, man. I was like, because I thought she didn't like me. So it fucked my head up a little bit. But listen, on that note, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the podcasts here at Bravery Studios. And we'll see y'all soon. No Talent Beats, play us out.
No Talent Beats.